I'm stumbling along here having another miserable day as far as finding artifacts goes. Not much going on. But I just, I'm pulling stuff up, looks like that. I need something. But I just now had some cores back here. Cores being one of the final results of a rock having pieces taken off of it to possibly make points or tools. Sometimes the cores become tools themselves, and that's just a whole nother subject. But I found 4 or 5 cores there in a row. And the differences in the way that they were hit on, and I mean the directions of the hits, the power of the hits, the skill, I guess what I'm trying to say, was noticeable between those 5 or so cores. A couple of them were just done fancier. That makes sense? Well, even today, some people have more artistic talent than others. Some have no artistic talent at all. I believe knapping chert, this hard stone chert, like 90+% of our stuff is made out of, and across the country, it's not easy to do, and it's not easy to do finely, if that makes any sense. So, I've thought about this for several years. I think it's the first time I've never seen this put into print or on a video, so I'm going to be the first one, I think, to ever say this. I kind of have a suspicion, and it's just a suspicion, but I'm thinking that very possibly that especially the finer points that we find, the wider, thinner ones, and the ones that are just artistically pretty, were made by women. What do you think of that? Is that a possibility? I mean, there are many men that are fine artists, but so many women have attention for detail and like things pretty. And I have a number of points, and I find them yearly, that are just special. Special being the colors, the type of flaking, and so many times they'll be like bullseye, where there was a color in the rock and it was proportionately built into that rock. When they knapped it, they got that centered up, the bullseye, the different color, whatever. I don't know many men today who care if they have a pretty hammer. Not me being chauvinistic and sexist, probably. I ain't being honest. What do y'all think the chances are that women were the real artisans in the ancient world? The primordial world of Paleo-Indian. Even into modern Indians, maybe. Maybe there's some history of that. Think that's a possibility? I think it is. I've got some points that are just too finely made and too pretty. Maybe they were more of a ceremonial type thing. I kind of doubt it. I think most stuff I find was meant to be used and worked with, and to kill things with, and cut things with, and to gouge things with, to dig things with, whatever. Just a suspicion. Probably founded on nothing except I have stuff that's just prettier than I would take time to make it. And there's a different skill set amongst everybody you know. You know people that can draw and can paint. And you got people that can't make a black mark on a white chalkboard with a magic marker. They can't do it. Why would anything be different 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 years ago? Why? It wouldn't be, would it? Even on that score, there are better artists than others, and making tools out of chert is an art form. myself, I can nap. Now, here it has been like 3 years, so I've done it again. That's probably one of my biggest problems. But I cannot nap finely. I've had a few lucky things over the years and got away with some stuff, but mostly what I make are just usable points. Usable tools. They're not thin. They're not finely made. I don't have the skill set. Or I don't have enough time to practice to get it. Why would that have been any different thousands of years ago? I don't think it was. I think there was levels. Maybe, I bet you kids started napping when they was little. I bet you they started out, they hand them stuff, showed them the basics, let them bang around. And different skill levels came out, and folks, that they use their strengths just like we do nowadays. But I think the women were the artisans, mostly. I'm sure you had your share of Van Goghs, whatever. But when it comes down to making a fine, pretty point, and I'd like to find one right now to show you, that'd be the best, with a bullseye center in it, or special colors, and you can see that the thing was napped to bring out those colors. I think it goes to the women. Thank God for them. How's that for a pile of hokey? I'm not finding nothing. I make stuff up. Whatever. I thought about that for years, so that's the first time I put that down. Y'all think about that. Let me know what you think of it. If you think I'm full of hooey, you wouldn't be the first or even near the last to say that. So, wish I could nap some of that stuff I've found over the years. And I said, probably have never spent enough time. When you have to do it every day of your life, you better get fairly good at it. Unlike these, I'd like to say what I think of them. Part of a big screen TV is another whole big screen TV up there all busted up. What in the world are people thinking? That's not artisan, that's stupid. I guess that might do with people like that with one of these points if I could find one. Throwing big screen TVs and TVs in the creek. What in the world are people thinking? I'm done. Little rant, little discussion, little thinking by D.W. Burt, Sick Billy Outdoors. Y'all take care.